ourselves to do in Saraba. And one of the things we are starting to do now is to begin to have like really create a framework around our editorial process. Okay, we have monthly editorial meetings. We talk about the work that is being submitted to us and what we are looking at achieving overall for each issue that is being published. So that's about the sensibility. But I think that it's inevitable for each magazine to have a certain kind of aesthetic eventually. Because you're looking at a body of work, an archive that, that can be, I guess that people can say, okay, this is what this archive is about. This is what this work is about. Then on the thematic issues, which is a tricky question, and I remember thinking about that for hours, by the way, when I got your email. And the way I see it and what my response was is that these constraints are very necessary to me as a writer, and I hope that the constraints that we impose on people who were asking to send us their work are useful constraints. And we don't necessarily say you must write, so our sex issue, we weren't really expecting that everybody will write a story that has sex in it. But we're also thinking about the politics of sex, power and all of that. We're even thinking about, maybe animals mating, although we didn't get any information. So, I mean, for me, it's to test the limits, to say that the limits are farther than we think they are. So when we are thinking about any issue, we are not simply saying write around this, just everything you write must be around the issue of power. But that these issues are terrains that can be explored to the farthest, limits, and to all the capacities that you can imagine as a writer. And then hopefully you don't simply make sure that your work gets into Saraba, because we'll probably even reject you if you're writing a cliched piece on power, right? It's highly probable that you'll be rejected. But if you're thinking deeply about the implications of a theme, then by all means, I think that's the kind of work we're interested in. I don't know if I answered.